Hello, Coconut Creek family. My name is Yvonne Lopez, and I'm here with Becky Barkowitz, who is the PD crime analyst. What do you do? What does that mean?
It means that I use data in order to determine where crime is occurring and to see if we can prevent it or solve it by using predictive policing methods and looking at patterns of how criminals operate and where crime is occurring.
What kind of data are you looking for? How do you get your data?
I use a lot of different systems in the police department. I use police reports, calls for service, traffic data, things like that, and I use different programs like Excel and mapping programs to look at where things are happening and when they're happening.
Can you give me an example, let's say, of some data that you've gathered and you've shared? How has that been used?
Sure. I've been developing a few reports for the police department recently. One that's been really well received is a repeat call for service report, and that is a way for us to look at what locations in the city might be a problem, something that we can make a solution and determine what is happening, and it's based on how often police are responding to those locations. So I look for the top locations to see where are we going over and over and over again.
And then what happens? How do they use that information?
They use that information. I provide the information. I can say where it is, what's happening there, when it's happening, and then our police officers are taking that information and taking it upon themselves to determine what is, I hate to say problem. You need to know it could just be something as simple as an alarm that's going off, and maybe that's a issue that they can work on with their alarm company, or maybe there is an actual problem at that location. So they take that data and determine from there what they can do to help whoever's there, whether it's a business or a private residence.
Do certain things happen at certain times? Like there's certain times of the year where we need to be a little more alert?
Absolutely, there are. That's part of what I look at, and it depends on the time of year. Like when Christmas shopping is coming up, you want to pay attention to your shopping centers, and when school is starting or when school is getting out, and you know that kids are going to be out in the afternoons. Those are definitely times of the year and times of the day that we can be prepared for.
Is this really considered smart policing?
Absolutely, it is. It's a way to not have your police officers
randomly.
Right. You want to get rid of that randomness. You want to be able to look at what is actually happening and use the past to predict the future.
Good. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
No, thank you.
Okay, now this is great information, and we thank our city commission. We thank everyone in the city who actually thought it was very important to have a position like this, because it's important to make our processes better and smarter.
Absolutely, yes. It's a direction that a lot of police departments are going, and it shows a real commitment to that data-driven predictive policing.
So I hope you can come back and share some more information.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Until next time.